everybody. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. Hope everybody's having a great Easter. Today, I wanted to tell everybody it was a mukbang, but I didn't. So, it's fine. Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter. I wonder if I could change my title. Probably not. But happy Easter, y'all. Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter. Please put those likes up. Today we're talking about Southwest and their issues. We just chatting, y'all. We just really chatting about everything that's going on, especially the Southwest fat policy, y'all. Yeah, I called it fat policy while I'm eating. And no, I'm not trying to be politically correct. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing? Happy Easter if you celebrate Easter. If not, please put those lights up. We are just here to discuss. Are y'all with this new thing, or y'all against it? If y'all don't know, I'm gonna move out the way so y'all can see. Is it discrimination or is it non-discrimination? The only reason I say that it is non-discrimination is because my husband has long legs. And when we take flights, I pay for the seats for him to be comfortable with the long legs. So should everybody pay for their comfortability? You know? I mean, you pay extra for plus size clothes, right? Let's be real on this thing. Let me see if people chat. No, not. Hello in the chat. Hello. Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter. I am chowing down on some spaghetti while I talk about Southwest, TSA issues. Happy Easter. all the things, right? We just going to just talk about all the things today. And all the things consist of TSA, and still we having these long lines. We have Southwest in a new fat policy, PHAT, for the people that are offended. And we also having the conversation thingamajiggy about TSA. Let me put my green screen back on so y'all can see. I don't want to talk my mouth full for all the things that we're talking about today, but we are talking about the things. Let me pull it out my green screen. We're still talking about the same thing from yesterday. The topic, y'all, Southwest, let me know what y'all think about the fat policy. And um, TSA, that's what we're talking about today. If it's not about the topic, blogs, you can. I agree with that. And like I said, I buy extra seats for my husband. He's tall and we need longer seats. So I pay for the seats that have the extra leg room. So I think people should pay for what they need. However, I don't think they should allow the gate agents to choose who should spill over and who shouldn't. Reese, K. Reese, do you believe that they should let the gate agents decide? I think it should be the flight attendants. because then it becomes as discrimination. Because somebody can just pick out somebody because they don't like them. What y'all think? Hey y'all, what y'all think? I'm all for it, but I'm just against who decides it. You know what I mean? Like, who? Because they're picking girls that there are bigger people on some roles and there's smaller people on other roles, and they'll pick out one person and not somebody else. So, how do you determine who you pick and who you don't pick? I'm all for policies, but policies have to be enforced correctly. Do y'all know who should decide this plus size policy? Do y'all think it should be the gate agents? Y'all think it should be the person themselves if they feel like they can't fit in the seat? Do y'all think it should be the flight attendants? Because people have a attitude, the flight attendants do it, but the flight attendants know what the seats look like. You know? I don't know yet. Okay, y'all, any other person have any other input that y'all want to put in? Because a lot of people are saying that this policy is okay only if they can determine the demographics of who they choose. Because some people that I watched, and I want to do a video on it, a young lady, the flight attendant just walked to her and told her that she needed to buy another seat. Where when she went to other people, they were like, bigger than her, and they didn't have to buy another seat. And so it was just like pandemonium. And it said you don't have to buy another seat, you just get another seat if they're not oversold. But if they're oversold, then they will make you not take that flight and book another flight, which is inconvenience to a lot of people. And so some people just buying the second seat just to buy the second seat, just so they don't have to be inconvenienced to anybody else. And I don't know. I don't know if it's just pandemonium. Hold on, somebody knocking at my door. Okay, where's my neighbor? Um, but yeah. So I don't know. Now let's deep dive into TSA. They said TSA is not getting paid, but the lines are still on, y'all. What is going on right now in travel, y'all? What is going on? But yeah, I just have a problem with. I don't have an issue with, like, one person in the comments said that it's a good policy because people be spilling in my seat with their rolls. And I get it, I understand it, because some people don't like to sit next to big people. I have hips, I understand. I know when I'm flying, I fly with my husband, and I fly with my husband because he don't have hips. He's a bigger in the chest part, but smaller in the bottom part. So if I spill over, I'm gonna spill over in his seat, and I'm not gonna be next to that person. Like, you know how you try to make yourself small. Hi, Billy, how you doing? Um, how you try to make yourself small by like sitting real tight like this. So I understand it. Nobody cussing, Garrett. So yeah, so I understand that most people don't like to, keep don't like other people to be in their personal space. And in an airplane, when you're sitting in three seats, there is no personal space. Like, everybody, supposed to have their own space. So I get it when they say that they don't want plus size people sitting in there, you know, getting, half of their little hip is sitting on somebody else's seat, or their leg is on somebody else's seat. I get it. I mean, it could be uncomfortable. I understand it. But the policy for me makes it a little uncomfortable because, like a lot of people were saying, they were in the line and they don't want to get embarrassed by a gate agent just want to have a hee-hee for the day, saying, oh, nope, you can't get on this flight because you too fat. Or hee-hee, you got to buy another seat before you get on this flight. Hee-hee, you got to pay me $400 before you could get on this flight. Like, that can really, like, you know, take people down to a place where they're like, dang, is that rude? Are you being rude? Are you being serious? Are you doing your job? Or are you just picking on me? You know what I mean? Like, that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at. Don't pick don't pick on people. And you can't tell who to pick and who not to pick. What do y'all think about the Southwest? Talk to me, y'all. Hold on, let me close my door. So I can hear y'all. My outside door. But Southwest, the only problem I have, I'm going to say this again, I don't know who back on with me, but I just don't like the fact of who decides once you get on a plane, if you don't decide to pick your second seat, they can put you off the plane. And I'm going to post that video. I have a video that I'm going to react to from my Sunday video that I didn't post today because it's Easter. So I didn't post anything today. I'm going to do like everybody else, even though, I don't know what, today I think I'm going to pay for Bravo. Hey everybody that's in the chat. We talking about Southwest and their new fat policy. The only problem I have with it is, like I said, I have paid for my husband's seats because he's tall to get him more leg room. I'll pay for my seats. Seats, my bags, I'm going to pay for on the airline all day, every day. But the issue that I have is that when you arrive at Southwest, they can determine if you need another seat. And if they're booked, if that flight is booked, then you have to pay for, or you have to wait for another flight. And it's determined by the gate agents, which I don't think is fair because she could just be having a bad day and want to see somebody have to wait. And that person, like the lady that I'm going to review the video, she said there were other way bigger people on the flight than her, and the lady just walked up to her and decided and told and pointed her out, which is, first of all, embarrassing. Second of all, discriminatory. So I don't have an issue. Like, people were thinking that I had an issue because of people spillaging on their seats and they, they can't get comfortable because they have this big person next to them. I get all that. I understand all that. The problem is who decides and how they decide. And they could be really insensitive and say, you know what, you can't ride because you're too big. Like, who does that? With me eating spaghetti. I'm going to be a big bag for my next flight, but that's okay. I ain't flying Southwest. And it's not like Southwest have, like Spirit, the big seats. They don't. So, I don't know, y'all. Y'all talk to me. Tell me what y'all think. As I become a big bag, eat my spaghetti. Eat my second helping of spaghetti. How about that one? Do people even care what Southwest is doing? Because a lot of people saying they're not even going to fly Southwest no more. What y'all think? Hey, everybody that's just coming in. We're talking about that up there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, I can't eat no more. I can't eat no more. I cannot eat no more. My big back situation is over. My big back situation is over. I don't know if I can get her on here. Hold on. Let me see. Try to see if I can get old girl who they put off the flight. No, I can't. I cannot. Let's see. Okay. I can't, yo. Come on, go back. Let's see. Can I get that one on here? Oh, you see me? See, some people might consider that big bake. How y'all gonna consider big bake? I don't know, y'all. What y'all think about this outfit for my next vacation? No? Okay. Fair enough. Let me get out of here. Let me go back to what we were doing. All right. All right, y'all. Don't seem like, you know what? I'm going to be on here. We only been on 40 minutes. I'm going to be on here for about an hour and 30 because we're going to talk about this. I'm going to back up. Oh, okay, I'm back. All right. Nobody's going to put in their input on what they think about Southwest Fed policy, huh? Just me. Well, no, we had K. Reese put in his, say he ain't want nobody spillaging on his seat with their rolls. You know.
What do you think? I like it. I never get to do stuff like this because my hair's very short. I think the finish of it looks really, really nice. Thank you.
I'm going to pause there. I'm going to see if I can find a girl. I really want to. Hey, y'all, put on them lights when y'all come in. We pretty much just talking about the Fed policy. Is it discrimination? Is it determination? Is it real? that, you know, somebody could just come up to you and say, you know what, you're too fat, you can't fly. You know, I mean, I know they give you the option when you call to get 2 seats, right? But if the flight is over, if the flight is booked and you don't pay for that second seat, and if they have, you know, if it's a open flight and they have seats, other seats are empty, then you'll just, you know, have that, be able to sit, you know, without somebody sit next to you. But if the flight is full and you didn't purchase another seat, then they can tell you, you know what, you can't fly, you have to wait for the next flight. Or you can purchase another seat, and yeah, at the time of you coming up to, before you leave, you can purchase another seat. They told somebody said for $400, somebody said for $150. I guess it just depends on the flight and the flight capability at that time. But if you're in a crunch, you're in a money crunch, the best thing to do is get you a seat before you fly. Get you a second seat. If you thinking, you know what, I could fit in them seats. Like I'm hippie, but you know, I can kind of do it. Don't take that chance, because the person that can say, you know what, can call you out. That's what I don't like. I don't like the fact that somebody can actually call you out. And I know I have been subjected to some flight attendants, right? And or some gate agents that are really rude, and some can just do it because you're happy, you having a good day, you about to fly, you about to have a great time, and they can look at you and just be envious of you, because let's be real, people, this happens. And they could say, you know what, she look like she could fit in them seats, but you know what, let me get her. And you could be with your partner, about to fly, have a good time, and they want to, you know, steal your joy. They want to, you know, flirt with your partner and like throw little subliminals, and it could just be a plethora of things. You know, they just could be having a bad day and want you to have one too. And that's the thing that doesn't sit well with me, because you allowing somebody to call somebody out to embarrass them, because they can say, you know, you could be in line and they can say, you need another seat, you know, and then they can clarify the nastiness, or um, by saying it's policy. You know what I mean? And it could just be them being nasty, but they can use it as policy. I have, one time me and hubby was about to get on the flight, and the line was long, and hubby is like, let's just get in our seat. And when they got to our number, they were like, oh, we haven't called y'all yet. And literally, they did call us, but she was being real nice, nasty. And so there was nobody else standing in line. Like, everybody else was on the plane. And they said, this is the last call before the doors close. We standing right there. And so they called our names, and they were like, so I think it was I want to say it was a Southwest flight. And it was like, okay, are you doing this so us being the last two on the flight? Back then it was before they actually picked seats or whatever, that we just, you know, won't sit together, so you thought that was funny. And when we got on the flight, how nice nasty it was. They had 2 seats actually towards the back window and aisle seat, and the whole aisle was empty, so we got great seats. So you did all that to do what? Like, but she was just being nice, nasty. And then in the midst of us getting on, she stopped us twice and was like, you can't, what are you checking? Or you might need to check a bag, because there's no overhead space. And all I had was my purse, and hubby had his under the seat bag thing for electronics, all our uh, camera equipment stuff. And she was like, y'all might have to check her bag, because I don't think there's no more overhead space. And so I like glanced at her, and I was gonna be nice nasty with her, but this is us being the last ones to get on the flight. And I just looked back at her and I smiled and I said, my purse could sit under the seat, and this is an under seat bag. And because I could have been like, girl, bye. You know, I could have been real nasty with her, but instead, because hubby did, hubby was going, he was like, what the hell? And I'm like, calm down, because they want that out you so you can't fly. You know what I mean? And we fly too much for you to, you know, blow up on this person and then be put on a no-fly list. Like, you know, we go too much. We do too much. And you don't need to be on a no-fly list because somebody else is not having a good day. And so that's what another lady was saying on the video that I was watching, that she don't want to be one of those no fly on the no fly list, because she might look at one of them helpers and go, you know what, you just trying me. You trying me today, because we know people can try you. I mean, the execs might not look at it that way. They might look at it the way of people saying, oh, I don't want no spillage. I don't want those type of people on sit next to me. I can't enjoy my seat because they all over me and blah, 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 blah. And like another person has stated on one of my videos, that it becomes a safety hazard for him flying with somebody like that, because they might can't get out the door of the emergency exit, or they might have to be, you know, stopping other people from having to get out of the plane because they can't, you know, move correctly through the seats in a case of an emergency. And, you know, they were saying, he was saying all this stuff, and, you know, that's things to think about, yes. But in the same sense that you are saying these things, or you wanted agents, gate agents, or flight attendants who have to make that choice of somebody not flying because you don't like that situation. Like, it could be a point that you just don't like it. I mean, we in the days of Wegovy, like I said before, Ozempic, all these fat weight loss medications. And do you force people to take these medications but so your insecurities can be okay? Or are you okay with someone, are you just like, you know what, I just don't think it's okay that we have this plus size person on our flight? Well, I'm going to give you two scenarios. A plus size person being on your flight and them paying for their seat, and even if an emergency happens or any of those things, that person still pay for their flight. So what you just said negates everything, okay? And second of all, for the people that is for this fat policy by Southwest, I don't care here nor there. The only thing I don't like is that you can decide for someone if they could fit that seat or not. And a lot of people decide for other people, and their judgment might be wrong. Like, they could look at somebody and say, oh, you know, oh, you're gonna be too big to get on, sit in that seat. Where you don't know how people are built. Some people are top heavy, some people are bottom heavy. Like, you can't choose for that person unless you have that seat to actually sit. And that makes it really a sticky situation, because don't get me wrong, plus size clothes definitely cost more than regular size clothes, right? Where we all would wish that we can get the smaller price on the smaller clothes than the plus size clothes, right? And they say once you get to a certain size, the plus size clothes look different from the regular size clothes, right? So it's, I mean, like when I say with my husband with his long legs, I pay for that seat faithfully, because he's going to be comfortable when he flies. And so I'm going to get long legs. You know, I'm going to get the leg room. Some flights that, you know, don't have the first class or the premium, and we got to get economy, and he has to sit with his legs. I got to hear about it the whole time. But I'm going to get you by the window. Maybe, you know, you could stretch out a little more, put your leg on my side, you know, so you could get a little extra leg room or whatever. And maybe I'll put a little hip on yours. You know what I mean? Like, it just, you work things out and make things work when you are, you know, together. But when somebody actually tries to make you feel less than, that's what I'm getting at with the whole situation. Because you can make somebody feel less than by you know, just picking them out of the crowd. And bullying, just it can be a plethora of things, right? And I just don't know. They don't have like uh guidelines, right? Like they should have some type of guidelines to determine when you get there if, besides somebody's eyes just looking at you saying, okay, you're not gonna fit. You know what I mean? Like, people eyes can be deceiving, right? So there is nothing like with the bag situation. You can put your bag in a in one of those those little things that they have in the front where you can determine if your bag is an underseat bag or carry-on bag, right? They have those things that you can just slide your bag in there to determine it, right? So nobody's discriminating against you. There is a where you check your bag and they weigh your bag to determine if it's overweight. That's to determine non-discriminatory actions, right? But when you just look at somebody and say, oh, nope, you can't fit because you look like you won't fit in that seat, that's where it becomes an issue for me, right? And not that I'm saying they're wrong, not that I'm saying they're right. I just saying that the person who you're getting to deliver this message can just be having a bad day. And she could just look at a person and say, you know what, like and I know why they picked on the young lady who said there was other people bigger than her. It's because she had on short shorts and she had big thighs. And that was the first thing they saw. And instead of looking at her overall, they looked at her thighs. And when she showed herself sitting in the seat, she was comfortably sitting in that seat, but they were looking for the spillage of of her, but there was none, because all she had was big thighs, and her big thighs actually did fit in the seat comfortably. So I mean, I don't know, how y'all determine who is going to fit and who's not going to fit. And again, I don't I'm with the policy if it makes sense, right? I don't think this policy makes sense because of who they have to enforce the policy or how they're enforcing the policy. That's what I have an issue with. So do anybody else have an issue with the policy, or they're okay with the policy? If y'all ever heard of the policy, let me know. Let me know, let me know, let me know. Let your girl know. Let your girl know what y'all think about the policy. Let your girl know, let your girl know. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe if y'all interested in this commentary today. We just talking about what the Southwest situation, the fact situation is. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Hit the like button when y'all come in, please. Subscribe. It don't cost a thing. It don't cost a quota. It don't cost a quota. It don't cost a quarter. 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 All right, I'll be right back, y'all. Read the policy. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all, I'm doing this on purpose. I'm eating again. So we can have this discussion. I don't know if y'all tried the Philadelphia cream cheese in a little carton with the cookies. Fire, fire. I'm not going to be a big bag, so I can't get on my plate, y'all. I'm being a big bag so we could discuss. Is it fair to choose who can ride and who can't ride? Y'all, this is good. This is good, y'all. This is good. Hi, y'all. Y'all for the passengers? For the single seat? Southwest, or y'all against it? Are y'all for it or against it? Hmm? All right, I'm gonna eat one more spoon. That's it. Trim my. See? That's not what I want. Oh, okay. Well, don't want to drag. Okay. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm only on today because I didn't do a video this week. So I'm on live tonight. I know it's Easter, so I gave myself grace. But I was going to do a reaction to people's videos on this whole topic. So I decided let's just go live and see what the people has to say about this topic. But I might still post this topic, y'all. I might still do that. I should have went live on what is it called? On StreamYard. That's what I should have did. That way I could have posted up the videos that I reacted to. Yeah, wait till y'all can read it.